Morning. I had been thinking that I would speak to you today about some of the trading activity that we've been involved in so far this week here at CIS, but a very disturbing article came across my desk this morning from the Globe and Mail. I'm going to read part of this to you. The article is entitled Arrest Warrant Issued for Weizheng Tang. A Toronto money manager who is facing a Canada-wide arrest warrant for operating a Ponzi scheme says he has traveled to China, quote, to make money because he has been banned from trading by Canadian regulators. Toronto police announced Wednesday they have obtained a warrant for Weizheng Tang, who has dubbed himself both a Chinese Warren Buffett and a Chinese Donald Trump. Police allege he masterminded a Ponzi scheme that cost victims $30 million. Detective Gail Regan says Mr. Tang had been expected to turn himself into police on December 29th, but he did not show up and now cannot be located. Apparently, Detective Regan said he's out of the country, possibly in China. Now, the article goes on to say that Mr. Tang had appealed to the OSC to allow him to continue trading for a number of clients. The OSC denied this appeal or this application, in the course of which Mr. Tang admitted that all investor funds have been dissipated and no money is left. Well, you can imagine the issues this raises for us here at CIS, and I appreciate that people are starting to allege certain connections between ourselves and Mr. Tang. I believe his organization was his fund was called the Overseas Chinese Fund. Mr. Cranton, aren't you going to China later this month? Mr. Cranton, are you a money manager? Mr. Cranton, are your investors' funds safe? These are the kinds of questions that are being asked. And I would like to give some very straight answers to those questions. Yes, I'm going to China later this month. No, I have no intention of meeting with Mr. Tang. Mr. Tang and I would go so far as to say we basically do not know each other. We are not friends. We do not do business together. I speak Cantonese. I'm visiting China. I have Chinese clients. The parallels end there. I cannot comment on Mr. Tang's guilt or innocence. I have no knowledge of that. As I say, I'm not familiar with Mr. Tang's dealings with his clients or with his fund for that matter. I would go so far as to say I basically know no more about Mr. Tang than what you do. Okay? We are not affiliated in any way, and your funds, if you are a client of CIS, your funds are safe. They're being invested carefully, prudently, and if you ever need to access those funds, let us know. Give us, if you could, 6 to 12 months notice would be appreciated, just to do the paperwork, get the paperwork in order. But you don't need to worry about your funds if you are a CIS client. Whatever is going on with respect to Mr. Tang, and as I say, I have no more knowledge about that than you do. Whatever his situation is, that is not the situation at CIS. And my trip to China has nothing to do with Mr. Weizheng Tang or the arrest warrant or the controversy about the Overseas Chinese Fund. So I just wanted to put everyone's mind at ease about that, and hopefully tomorrow we can get back to the business of making money. It's unfortunate that these rumors start circulating, but I felt it was important to address them very clearly right now and just stop that kind of talk. As always, call us if you have any further questions or concerns. Thank you.